Welcome, one and all. This is a place of no judgment. Unless you're a Nazi. World War II. Just saying. But yeah, apart from that, this is a music production live stream. 99% of the time, no, more than that. Way more than that. I'd say more than 99% of the time. That's what we talk about here. Let's not get into too much. This is why we do music. This is why the world needs music as well. It's part of human nature. It's just part of what humans do. Oh, the camera's not turned on. There we go. It's on now. So what have we got? We have this track. Which does need a few things doing to it. There's this track, which is kind of done. That one really is done. I can't fault this one either. 3 minutes 15 though. Not sure about that sound yet. I mean, if I had to say it's finished, if I had to release it tomorrow, I would just let this one go out. That might be another good way of determining whether something is ready for release or not. DJ Atari, thank you for following. George, right, George? I've been away. Now is a good time to drink a nice cup of tea. Decaf. Because if I drink calf, then I just lie there. And I can't lie there. Can't just lie there. Need to like sleep. So what are we going to work on? Yeah. It's in the done pile, but I don't know what. There's maybe a few bases. I still need more time to listen. Last worked on that one 2 days ago. There's this one. I think that I could call that one finished as well. But it's another 3 minute 15. All these tunes are coming in at 3 minute 15, and it is interesting. I don't feel like it should go on for longer, but when I put all these tunes, I've got an hour long set in 28 days. Last day of February in Wrexham, and I've been making tunes for 3 months. Wait, October, November, December, January, and February. So it's kind of like about 4 months, just over 4 months. These tunes have been working. There's like 12 of them, and nice way DJ Atari. Yeah, I've not made any videos for a bit. I've been away, but I'll be back on it now. Thank you. Peace to you. Yeah, so as you can see, yeah, this is that tune, what it looks like in WAV. So you've got your intro and your drop. And then the second breakdown is kind of like a, you know, the quiet bit is kind of like just another build. Oh no, I think that bit isn't actually. Yeah, it is. It's like one big build. Because I've been listening to like modern kind of hard dubstep or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. There's sort of American dubstep. That kind of like more ecstatic kind of stuff. That's yeah, like referencing some tunes and seeing how the structure is built over time. You have this kind of thing where the main break stops and then the next build starts. It's kind of like a break and a build in one. And then I've basically got the same thing again. Repeating this section, but playing it again, but with some variations. And that's how I'm building this type of dubstep track. And then see the end is just this bit again. But it's like a build. And yeah, I listened back to all 12 and they only come to like 25 minutes, but obviously some of them are only a minute long and need extending. I think once all 12 are finished, it will come to more like 40 minutes, but I've got an hour long set, so I'm obviously going to play. I don't think I'm going to be able to fill an hour with all my new productions as much as I'd want to. I've been working on it for 4 months. I can't, there's no more time. I have to start finishing stuff now over the next 4 weeks. Rapid, that's all I've got. And that time will go quickly. Oh, sorry. Why do I have many viewers? I don't know actually. I've got 1,000, you know, followers. I sometimes get sort of 20 viewers in. Not many more at once though, but I don't do it for many hours a day, you see. As much as I'd love to live stream all day, which I think some producers do on here, or they do a lot more than I do. I just don't have the time to do it. I've got many responsibilities. So yeah, I only usually do like a couple of hours a night if I'm lucky. I can't get on every night, and it's between sort of 9 and 1 or 2 a.m. Like, it's quite a big window, and I might only be on for 2 hours, so I'm pretty inconsistent. Basics and battling. Nice, yeah. It's good on here. There's people share their knowledge and give tips and suggestions, and it's a nice little place. Thank you, DJ Atari. Do you produce? Are you just learning production? Right, thank you everyone. Let's carry on. Oh yeah, right. We're not gonna project loaded. So yeah, this track, I might extend it. It's hard because I haven't listened to enough modern dubstep tracks from start to finish to go, I want my track to be this length. I mean, that's a DJ thing. That I think DJs know a good length of a track, don't they? Let's see what we've got here. Log street. So yeah, that's pretty much done. This might need some work, as we said, maybe in the high mids, bit of tapering. Nerve. I think the nerve is. I'm not ready to work on that one. Again, yeah. Wave pool. There's people asking when this is going to be out. I don't know. Is the answer. Let's just sit in our brew and listen to it. It started off so different when I started making this on live stream. It sounds very different now. It's got the whoosh, the wave, because you called it wave pool, and I added a whoosh. I've kept the whoosh. I've done a lot more more to it since. Totally changed the bass. I love it. There's a video of when I was working on this, maybe 2 weeks ago or so, and that's when someone asked, when's it coming out? And I think I'm targeting April now for all these. Not all of them. I want to release them as an album, but I think I'm going to drip a few of them out first, like as singles, because oh, I'd forgotten why I was going to do that. It'd be easier if I drop the album and there's less artwork that I'll need to make. Fucking hell. Asking for more favours from artists, visual artists. Yeah, it's tough. I'd love to pay everyone involved. If I got paid, it'd be nice. So this is a music production live stream, and I've not loaded up anything yet, so it must be pretty boring right now. Hail. So even that's 3 minutes. It doesn't need extending yet. Lucid is the one we've listened to. Yeah. Nerve and Wretch is the one. I played this today. I played it full blast around the house. It was nuts. I've come on the live stream and I have no idea what I'm going to do. I've Elixir. And there's that one. Cosmic Drum was meant to be finishing this track with me, and he's given me permission to carry on without him, but it's not the same. I do want to finish though. I can just repeat some of the bits. Right, I'm going to go on to a more difficult one that has a specific 3 problems of it identified. Which one was it now? Was it Boho? Yeah, this one's a tricky bugger. I've already solved. It's 20 days ago I last worked on it. I've already solved a lot of the problems on it. It's loading now, so. This. Yeah, so look at that there. Look at that. That is interesting, yeah. Wob 40. Guess who's in Wob 40? I'm in Wob 40. Home of the Drum. Has anyone been to Home of the Drum? I've worked there last year on the bars, and I've worked for the same crew who run Home of the Drum a few times now on bars. By the way, if you ever want to get into a festival, work on a bar. It's the best thing ever. First of all, you get in for free, it's a lot of money. Going into a festival is a lot of money. You get in for free. You get to see free music and hook up and meet the people who run it. And if you're a music person, that's great. If you're a poor artist and you don't have any gigs, just go and work at a bar at a festival. One of the best things I've ever done is that first up. I saw someone post a message on Facebook saying, hey, there's some bar jobs going. And I'd already wanted to do this for a year, and then this opportunity just came up, and I was just like, yeah, who do I contact for this? And he just sent me a message saying, oh, right, just contact thingy. And then a few months later, it was a week or 2 later, dropped everything, just went to this festival, had the best time, worked hard, but some 11-hour night, days and nights, but yeah, like, I had a little drink as well, you know, had a fun. Festivals are fun, aren't they? Even if you're working. I guess it's not for everyone, because some people do have the money and just want to be munted the entire time. Natalie, thanks for liking. I think Natalie, you were saying, I was describing something, I don't know whether it was music production related or probably was, and I did a certain process, and you were like, oh, that's just like me, or something like that. You said I like that. I like finding people who are just like me. It's great. So yeah, this problem tune, I don't think the side chains have loaded up properly. Hang on.
One people doing our thing. One people doing our thing.
Yeah, no. How are we going to fix this? Because it has to be fixed. These are the best sidechain items that money can't buy. Duck Buddy. You can actually buy version 2 now. And it might have fixed this problem, but yeah, sometimes it Ableton kind of doesn't work and doesn't load the inputs, the sidechain inputs correctly. So every single project I load up, I just make sure that the sidechains are working, because I want it to sound exactly how I left it in the last one, when I last saved it. So, sorry, but you're just going to have to wait till it reloads. See, I've got the old timer there. Old timer. Yeah, TikTok. TikTok. Gotta be on TikTok. Gotta. What's happening anyway? Glad what's happening in America is not happening here. That'd be bad. An old plugin doesn't work. No, you haven't. It's always not quite worked, this plugin. It's called Duck Buddy. It's a Max for Live plugin, and it does something that VSTs can't do because it's more integrated into Ableton. You can do, you know how you do side chains, MIDI side chains, which you cannot do on VSTs. You can do something on VST where you can route it by creating another channel or something like that. I can't remember. But this you can do MIDI routing, and you can choose what channel you want to route from and what like drum rack in that channel you want to trigger it with, what sample in the drum rack you want to trigger. So it's brilliant for sidechaining from just a kick in a drum rack. So other sidechain things, you have to do extra steps, or listen for audio to do a kick, which it's you can't. I guess it might be really good, but you can't rely on it as much to be on the sample where the kick starts. So in a way, Ableton and Kick Buddy together are like really powerful, really useful. I think this has worked this time. Let's have a look. Oh, it's still not getting the snare. Maybe the snare didn't have one. So I have to check every time, because you know it's independently made, but it's so good when it does work. All you have to do is check once. It's so useful, and it doesn't take that much long for me to check that it actually works. But I cannot remember if I was.
One people doing our thing.
So it says ominous thud there, which is 27, which is there. which is a melody track. So that shouldn't be that. I definitely, my Duck Buddy almost always only comes from. See, I've got a sidechain trigger there for it kicks only because I'm using a break and I want to trigger it whenever. I had to map the MIDI to the kick parts of the drum break to trigger the duck, so that's why I have a separate channel for that, because that's just a quiet blank MIDI track with no synth in it. But this, I cannot bloody remember, and it's not loading up. I could load up an older one, couldn't I? So I could load up what's it called? Magboho done. It's apparently done. Should load up an older one from 3 days previous to it to see it works. MIDI sidechain, but that's it's like a MIDI, it's like a drum rack. I think you can trigger it by. It's most useful triggered by a drum rack. Yeah, split the kick. If you did it with audio, you would. Yeah. Can I send you music F2? I'm not sure if we've got time to do listen, but you can send it me if you want me to privately give feedback or anything. Yeah, email me terrorpastel@gmail or Insta me. I'm on Instagram. My links are on my bio over there. But I've noticed that on TikTok now, I'm sure it used to be different, but when you click over through to Instagram now, you can't go out of their TikTok's browser anymore. I'm sure you used to be able to. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's always been like that, but I find it super annoying because you can't even copy and paste someone's username. So you have to log into Instagram through the TikTok browser, which is probably fine. It's probably secure. I just don't like how TikTok has kind of walled off the browser there. So yeah, you might want to. On Instagram I'm terrorpastel_. If you want to do it separately, or what else have we got? I have a Discord, and I'm terrorpastel on Discord. I don't know if you have to add extra letters before it. I'm still working that out. But yeah, Archie Stacey. Yeah, check you out. Give us send us a message here or on Insta, and I will check you out. Yeah. Ableton doesn't work. Logic. See, I was going to use Logic a long time ago. Nearly switched to it from Cubase. Look, there we go. Pretty unreliable. So Achu it's called. So Achu. Why did I call it Achu? Where even is Achu? I could go back. Right. It is Blow Big Snot. Blow Nose Achu. No, even that's wrong. That's wrong as well. Yeah, so there's so much things going right. I'm going to restart Ableton. Ableton's always had this problem where it's this particular Max for Live plugin that sometimes doesn't work. Once it's going, once Ableton's open and it works, everything will load fine. So yeah, look at that. See Wob Roy, Home of the Drum, this year. I could be playing. I'm part of Wob Roy. I just received this news today, so I might be playing at Home of the Drum. We'll see. I've been doing bar work there. What's it doing? Yeah, Logic is fun. I would have done it. Yeah, send it me, mate. Send me your tunes. Kind of stupid question, but do you open pan roll in Ableton? Yes, I do. no stupid question, mate. This is why I like doing live streams of just me making tunes, because that's how I learned. I learned loads just fiddling around, watching YouTube videos, and then when I saw like live streams, like TC is the one that sticks in my head. TC is a DMB producer, DJ, and he was doing live production live streams, and just watching his workflow, I was within an hour, I was like, certain things can be done really quick, and just watching him drag stuff and just watching someone else's workflow, it's amazing. You learn so much in a short space of time. So yeah, I think the UI is the best UI, but I've switched to Ableton a long time ago. A lot of new DAWs have been made since, like Bitwig is like Ableton. It's an Ableton style DAW, I'd say, because it has the effect groups along the bottom, which I think is visually really you can see a lot of information about what's going on with the plugins in a way that you couldn't do with Cubase, and it doesn't look like FL Studio has a similar thing, but I could be wrong. I mean, I've used FL Studio, and it looks like it's kind of like a Cubase or a Logic, but with loads of mad shit in there, loads of crazy like. But after using Ableton and going to FL Studio, I was like, no, I've found my one. But so many people who use FL Studio, it amazes me how many people use it and are really quick on it. So it's whatever you're into, really. But try them all, see what fits you. SoundCloud's, yeah, thank you. Wagwan James. Right, let's see if this has loaded up my... Oh, no, it hasn't. So I don't even know if there was... This sidechain is activated, but I don't know if it even did anything. Surely it would have ducked the snare, surely.
One people doing our thing. One people doing our thing. One people.
So yeah, this track, I did what I put in. Home of the Drum, James. Home of the Drum. Why has only got us on Home of the Drum, but we don't know yet if it's only an hour. We're not all gonna get to go on. But that would be nice to play that. That'd be great. Yeah, innit? What's just like, I don't know, like I got the news while I was away for a few days, and then I just saw it today. It's like, see where that goes. I'm happy about that. I usually do bar work there. Might still have to do bar work just to pay the bills, but yeah, it's a nice festival. That good festival to work at. Everyone there's really sound, and the sound systems were really good and really well tuned. And there's like a few different rooms and the outdoor bits, and then there was this like massive outdoor drumming thing that was like really mad. Like I wasn't, you know, I maybe had a little drink, that was it, but I was just captivated by these drummers coming from, I'm an electronic drum person, but when you've got like 40 people drumming and while they're setting fire, while they're doing all these fire dances, like it's epic. he set fire to a phoenix at the end. It's the phoenix rising from the fire. Oh, that was on the last night, I think. AZ. No way. I sort of remember you, AZ. Yeah, doing good. I've just had like a five day. I wouldn't call it a holiday. It was a holiday for the kids. Oh, I'm still recovering. Got back yesterday. Had a sleep. It was a long sleep, but it wasn't enough. Wasn't fucking enough. Right. So, what the hell is going on with this project? Oh my god. How are you, AZ? What are you doing? James, you're buzzing for 140. Good to hear. Good to hear. Buzzing. Yeah. It's now the month of WOB 40. It's going to be the last day of this month. And I've added up all my track lengths of all the tracks when I play together. It only comes to 25 minutes. Some are only a minute long and they need finishing. So that's what I'm doing. I'm back on. I'm hopefully be on every day this month, but tiredness dictates it sometimes. Last minute prep. Oh yeah, where's your event? Awesome, yeah, can't wait to see you, James. So ominous thud. This looks like I should, and it's only got a 4.7 dB dip, so maybe it is this. Strutter kit. I'm just annoyed that it didn't recall it. It was pretty bad. Strutter. And it'll be the snare, won't it?
One people doing our thing.
And the sidechain trigger doesn't need to happen anymore, because most of the break, I think, I've made my life. I don't know. There should be a kick. There should be more. Maybe that's what I've done. I've not. There should actually be 3 duck buddies on the bass. And this shouldn't be using the sidechain trigger, weirdly. 46. Yeah. See, that one's turned off. Derby City. I drove through near there. Where was I coming? I was coming back from Minehead. That's where I was coming back from. Don't know how I ended up in Derby. Melt brains with trance. Yeah. Brain melting. Definitely. Nice. So you're DJing? Have you got a time and stuff? You got a slot? Or you like promoting? You don't normally. I have been to Derby once through like an ex's friend, just into like one of the suburbs, and the plan was to go out into Derby for a few drinks, and for some reason it just didn't happen, and we just went home. Something strange happened. Clearly, it was a bit weird. I can't remember if I stayed over there. Yeah, Derby. The surrounding area is like pretty, though, isn't it? I've not actually been into Derby, maybe by mistake. It's good that there's, it's a big town if there's a trance night though. Hosting. You're the only DJ. Oh shit. Last minute prep. Wait, how are you? when is this event? How are you gonna find? How are you gonna find more DJs? Oh no! How did he? Why did he pull out? What kind of DJ is that? Should get some like dubstep D&B on there. See how that goes down. And trance night. I should just scrap these sidechains and start again because these are just that even shouldn't even be on. What is this? This one. Let's do
One people doing our thing. One people doing our thing. One people.
I'm going to duplicate this and I'm going to make it trigger by the actual kick and turn that one off. Go to Strut Kit and just trigger it from that kick. That kick right there. Strut kick. Caltroy kick. I don't know why I use this as a sampled kick and I've just not looked back. Don't look back sometimes. One manual sidechain. That would just increase my workload massively at this point. I think I work around the automatic sidechaining that Duck Buddy can do. And if it's not, because this is essentially automation, it's the same as automation. It's sample accurate. It clicks, that's how accurate it is. This goes from 100% to 0, so you can like adjust and put ramps in and stuff. That's how accurate it is. I do sometimes automate the depth if there's a passage that I don't want to sound bumpy. But yeah, manual sidechain, there's definitely a case for it. It's all in its early days. Oh, okay. Well, I hope you find someone at Easy. Easy. I said AZ before, but now I said AZ. What's happening? America's controlling my mind. Clipper transient. You can use it as a. If you clip a transient from one of your drums, use it as a manual trigger. Clip transient. Clip. And use it as a manual trigger for what? Yeah, good luck finding more, because you're after trance, aren't you? Manual sidechain trigger. Well, you could use MIDI for that, couldn't you? That's what I did there. That's what this is. This sidechain trigger track. It's just all the kicks from the break pattern, but that's not being used anymore. So I've turned it off. So it's confusing me though. Right, so that's off now. And what I really want to do is sidechain it from the actual kick that's actually got some low frequencies. And I'm going to do that right now. Right the new. I know, so this is it. I've tried making the switch to audio. Just bouncing everything to audio and just dealing with it. But there's too many times where I've gone, I need to just go back and edit that sound. So I have to go to a previous version, find the MIDI track that I bounced the audio from and load it back in again and then do the edit. So I like to keep everything as MIDI as much as possible. It obviously eats up your processor really bad and has some other disadvantages, but just can't stop working this way. Like audio, just using audio speed is so much faster because the computer doesn't have to do nearly as many calculations per second. So everything just runs faster, doesn't it? A fool who's hungry for very powerful computer processors. Yeah, see how it goes, eh? All right. Nice. Right, kick. We're gonna. The first thing we should make duck. Yeah. Is the bass, because that's in a club. That's like the most important thing. So we're gonna sidechain from funky strut kit. Kick the counterweight kick. Pre or post effects doesn't matter because it's MIDI. It's weird how it has that there. But that's just how it's made. Seeing it's barely a duck. Let's have a look. So whenever you sidechain, especially when you do it automatically, and even if you don't, I would still do this, right? You get a scope, and the scope I use is Scope Pro, worth the tenner, whatever it was. Put it at the start of your mastering chain so there's no latency, but there will still be latency because it doesn't. Ableton still doesn't adjust for this. I spoke to the developer of this app and this conversation saying there must be a way you can automatically detect the latency, but he said in Ableton it doesn't report the total latency at any stage of where the plugins go. So he said it can't be fixed. So I said, well, can't you like code in a way of working around it? Anyway, let me see. Let me show you what happens. These are 4 beats here. Oh. Bar. Wait a minute. See how the kick starts there. It should start at the beginning. And if we look at this is 251 milliseconds late. So that's that latency now I need to put in here. Let's do in samples there. 11327. So obviously no one wants to do manual anything like this, but Ableton apparently doesn't report this thing. So there you go, the kick starts at the start. And there's the snare on beat number 4, because that's where it is in this bar. And what we're looking for at the moment, we're just soloed the bass. I know we've turned. So yeah, we just have the bass and the drums playing. Let's go one further and cut out all the noise altogether. Solo the kit with the drum and solo the kick. Yeah, so it's just the kick. See 2 kicks. And now we are going to play the bass. Solo the bass group. And we're going to. Here's what we're going to look for at the moment. Turn sidechain off. This is it without sidechaining, right? Nice pure sine waves. You won't be able to hear this on a phone. But you can see there, nice undisturbed sound waves. Now we're going to solo the drums. again. And we're going to see the kick and the sub together. Still no side chaining. Now, see what's happened there. That's not how we want it. They're interfering with each other, phasing. So if I just solo the kick, you'll see the kick go back to full. Yeah, well, that's what the kick looks like. But when I put the bass in, the bass causes the waves to cancel out slightly. So you get this kind of dip. And this is like what the best D&B producers and dubstep producers and even, you know, just producers, engineers, sound engineers are aware of is the phasing of all frequencies really. But when you're making bass music for a club, this is can make the difference between something that's constantly powerful and controlled in the low end and not. I've learned this the hard way by making lots of music and then over years and years playing it out and going, why does it sound flappy and uncontrolled? And it's because of this. So how do you solve it? Sidechaining is one way, manual or automatic. It's an awesome oscilloscope, yes. Yeah, I don't know if it is worth it. It's worth paying just to do this one job. I bought it to do this one job. Sidescope is like $10, $15. I can't remember how much I paid for it. Yeah, so anyway, sorry. Baseline bands, you know it. I just one thing I did ask for the developer to do is because it can't automatically detect the latency wherever you put it in the chain. Can I just have a thing where I can right click where a kick starts and go do latency to there? Anyway, 0 from here. You know what I mean. But he did implement that, so it's still a Mint app. It's still a Mint VSC. It's very useful. I've forgotten the guy's YouTube channel who I learned this off. But anyway, who I learned about Sidescope from. Baphomet. No, Bapho. Oh, I can't remember his name. What, CTZ? What's that? I need to know. CTZ? CTZ VST? Okay. Baphometrics, there he is. Mixing loud with CTZ. Okay, Baphometrics uses CTZ. Baphometrics hasn't had any recent videos though. And oh yeah, so Baphometrics is using what door is this? This is the other door that I would go to. This is Bitwig. Yeah, there we go. Baseline bands in the house. This CTZ. So is CTZ if you're on a budget, it says. Size alright, no way. The three who is wait. Clip to 0. Alright, okay. Yeah. Clip to 0, of course. I haven't heard that. Yeah, I haven't heard that phrase for so long. Yeah, I do a lot of clipping though. Wow, it's been a while. 2 years ago actually, when I saw Baphometrics. But yeah, Baphometrics. What happened to Baphometrics? 2 years ago. Yeah, hasn't been on for 2 years. Where is Baphometrics? where there are no other links, just a mystery, very helpful person in the world of making, controlled bass lines and loud audio. So well done to Bathymetrics. If you're listening, well done. Thank you. Yes, he did. I'm not going to assume anyone's gender here. Can't tell. You never can tell. What am I doing? Right, back to this. So let's have a look. I ain't going to be looking at the scope to judge. I'm going to use my ears, so I'm not just going to use the scope. I'm going to see what I can get away with, because I don't really want to use any sidechaining unless it's deliberately to pump for a pumping, like they are the benchmark. Daft Punk. They are the like, Daft Punk, that no, I kind of want my bass to be like constant. If there is bass and there is kick occurring, I want it to be as loud as possible if it is supposed to be loud. But I don't want, so that's what I want right now with these sine waves here. I want them, this overlap. So let's zoom in and play it again. So it's not changed, because it's exactly the same, digitally perfect. So let's turn on the sidechain. The first that's going to be triggered by the kick. That's what it looks like. It's exactly the same, but it's had 3 dBs of dip. Turn it off again. Very different, isn't it? We still have some phase in there, but it's at a different place. So, not really sure what to do about that. I'm going to turn snap off, move this, and keep moving it left until these waves kind of like become a bit more. See that? The other thing to do is like phase invert the kick, or phase invert the bass. Oh, and latency as well. Yeah, another good shout. And kick, yes, cutting the kick. Bassline pants, yeah. That's a good one. I so never in all my years of making D&B have I cut so many of my kicks. I just can't believe it. How it seems like a kick, because a good kick has a really good boom to it, doesn't it? And you think that if you cut most of the boom out, the kick will sound shit. Well, it will sound shit on its own, but you've already got like a really big sub there, like on a separate track, trying to be the main thing down there. So yeah, all my kicks now in D&B pretty much every time are like little, but they're loud enough. They cut through, they appear as a big kick on a waveform, but now they let the sine wave do its thing. It's a mad revelation. And to think that D&B producers have known that for many years before me is like, that's why I couldn't get it to sound clear down there. So yeah, I don't know what to do about this, because there's obviously a few different basses. So let's see what this one does. That's interesting, isn't it? Turn it off. Very different shapes. See that's so not bad. That's, obviously your transients there at the beginning are going a bit too high. But when you turn Duck Buddy on here, they're more controlled. It's only dipping 4 dB. Let's try more dB. What I didn't do before actually is try infinite. So infinite, and try adjusting this again. That's looking not bad. There's a bit of phasing that I guess I'm trying to eliminate phasing that kind of dips the volume for too long. See that? I could deal with that. See, it's just kind of I'm trying to make the whole thing more uniform. See, there's now some definite waves there that kind of, you know, it's a sine wave that's not got double dips in it, so it's working for that bass. But does it work now for this one? It does, kind of. It's not the worst. Ah, yeah, so it is where the second kick occurs. There's this mad flabbiness here, so let's try and adjust this a little bit more. So this might have to come further out. See, now it's gone. But how does that affect this one? Yeah. Yeah, that is a good shout as well. Change the kicks. There's only so. Should we try that as well? Let's try. I could move the entire align delay. There it is. Chuck a line delay on the bass group and just turn this back down again, the length of this. Okay. That kicks. Can you hear the bass go? Can you hear that? Yeah, it's definitely because I'm cutting all the way down there. Okay, let's try align delay, and it's interesting, right? I've only added 1 millisecond and it's already improved it. This envelope I can actually hear. It sounds terrible. There we go. Put curve in, it's gone. Okay, how does this look on spectrograph? Sounds good in my ears. We can see when the kick occurs there, it goes white down here, it goes silent. So that should technically sound good on a subwoofer, a really big subwoofer. The kick should sound clearer. But there's only one way to know if that's true, and that is to play on a giant subwoofer, which I don't have. I have a small one. But so that's the bass side. We'd probably don't need to sidechain the bass with the snare or it is a rim shot. Have seen it done. You do see people do that. Correct the phasing, yeah. Good shout, R2R. R2R. That's a familiar, was it Radium? Did they come from Radium? Or was it you do see R2R about though, don't you? Mikhail, Nathaniel, Zale. Thank you. Yes. With help from my friends in the chat. We got that. So yeah, it sounds transparent to me. It sounds like that's working. A line delay was a really great thing for Ableton to add. You could do it on track. You could just delay the entire track. Actually, you still need to do that for pre-delay, don't you? But if you just want a small delay, you don't need to use the track thing anymore, which I think is amazing. Right, next is what we had on the duck track, which is everything that's not a sub.
One people.
And for that, I'm gonna unmute the rest of the drums. And just use my ears, because this doesn't need to be like phase accurate on a or maybe, well, I do sometimes look at the phase of a snare, especially a boomy snare, but this is a rim shot, so they usually operate kind of higher up and are more noisy, so they don't overlap as much. But obviously, I would use my ears and EQ the everything else group, which is all the other sounds, and look at a spectrogram to dip where there's sort of fundamentals in a rim shot. But have I already done that? No. Let's use
One people. Doing our thing. One people. Doing our thing. One people. Doing our thing.
what am I doing? Listening. Look, I want to bring up the fundamentals of the snare, but I can't because there's no Pro Q3 in this channel. Let's load one up, and then we can use the Pro Q3 in this channel. We can see the waveform.
One people. Doing our thing. One people.
That was hard to find for some reason. Mikhail, Nathaniel. Washed up old bedroom DJ. Followed me. Thank you. They used to do keygens for cracked doors. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. It's like the unsung heroes of creative, like enabling creativity in for people who don't necessarily have the resources to actually purchase like software that, you know what I mean. It's like giving kids free paint. It's which would be really good, wouldn't it? Definitely give kids free paint, but unfortunately paint costs money because it's physical, but software isn't. It's it's not a question of whether it's right or wrong. There's a bigger things. I don't know. Pay for software if you've got the money. I do now. That's all I'm saying. um, but when you're just starting out, I mean, and you need to just like try something out and have to investigate it. Why not? I mean, anyway, they say it themselves, don't they? If you like the software, buy it. Might take a while to save up, but or to get a job that can allow you to actually buy it. Yeah, I mean, like it's like there's it's really hard to like say stuff on it because it's probably against terms of service to like promote stuff that's pirated, but so I'm like carefully wording what I'm saying. It is worth buying it in the end, yeah. Developers, I guess their target market is people with money and high-end studios and studios that are turning a profit, and yeah, and people who work day jobs, which I do now, and I didn't used to. Well, I've always worked jobs, but like some of them were part time, and when you've got a part time job, you can barely afford rent, and bills, and you forget a social life, like just of a life of drinking anyway. So buying software that's like more than a month's income is just out of the question. But you don't want your creativity to be limited when you're on the internet. Anything's possible. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking about this. I can neither deny nor condone. What am I saying? Condone. I don't know. We all got to get there somehow, right? Have fun. Don't worry. Thing is, right? It is, James. Yeah, all software it's the thing about digital any media is it's there to be it is easy to share, right? Some have got a copy protection on, and then someone else has gone, here's how you unlock the copy protection, therefore making everything free and available to anyone who's got a computer in the world. This can bring people who are in the poorest parts of the world, if they've got a computer, they can have the same tools as us and create stuff that enriches humanity. That's what I like about it. And the developers are still going to make it. Let's make these things. But yeah, my music is free. I've got music for sale. It's available to buy. It's also on Spotify. Because it's on Spotify, it might as well be free, right? Because I might as well get nothing for it. But they've made a payment structure thing where artists can, if they get lots of stream, get a bit of money. It's hardly anything, but it's because they're competing with SoulSeek and many other ways, torrents and many other ways of like acquiring, or even just Russian websites that have MP3s on and stuff. They're competing with that, aren't they? That's why it's cheap. But yeah, my music is free. I've accept some drum and bass producers cannot accept or produce. They think that pirated music, downloading music without buying it, is wrong, and it hurts the artist and it stops artists making music. And I'm like, that's never stopped me. I can't be stopped. Like, what money? Oh, there's no money. I'm going to sit in a corner of a room with a mattress on the floor, eating noodles, thinking about how I'm going to stay fit while making music. Nothing can stop me. Yeah, so it's my music. It's going to get pirated. I've already accepted. If I get successful, people are going to want to rip off my music because they like it and they can. It's like, have I got any money in my bank account? Yes. Do I need it to buy food next week? Yes. Is there any left over? No. Do I really want Terrapastel's music? Yes. I'm going to download it then for free off wherever you get it, free music. It's just the way it is. If people buy it because they've got money, that's great. That'll be brilliant. But if people fucking want to listen to it and vibe to it because they're loving the sound of it, then fucking just go. I'm not going to say no. I'm just going to say, well, you know where to look. If you don't, I'm sure someone does. Just go on Reddit. Just go on Reddit. Reddit's great for that. I love Reddit. It doesn't host anything illegal, but it tells you anything you need to know in a way that other social networks just can't do. You got leaked. No way. What, one of your tracks got leaked? Give them away. Yeah. Packs. That's... Yeah. No way, James. See, it's a strategy. I mean, right, so Google, Twitter, when it was Facebook, they were all free, right? They cost a lot of money to run. And it took them decades to realize how to work out how they could monetize it. And then Google eventually had Google Ads, and they became like one of the richest companies in the world. Same with Facebook, they were just free, and then they started putting ads on. The free, giving stuff away for free business model is still like one of the best. You can't hope to make anything anytime soon if you do. But if you give stuff away for free, then there's the question of, if you give away stuff, everything away for free, will people value it? Because they've not had to go, oh, I'm gonna have to like fork out £1 for this track. Sounds ridiculous. And will they value it? Because it's not money attached to it. It's like, well, yeah, like if it's an amazing track that you want to fucking hear, you've heard. See, if you, that's the promotion thing, right? So if you hear a track on the radio, you're having a moment somewhere in the world, and a piece of music comes on the radio that you really love, and it binds with the moment you're in, and a memory is made. You might be driving on a motorway, and it's just a bit of a moment in your life, not just because of the scenery, because that's part of it, but like you're traveling's like amazing physical journey through any life. It's not just you can sit still, you're still traveling, but you just sat still. But when you're actually moving, and if it's going from somewhere to somewhere, you're leaving something behind temporarily and going somewhere temporarily, and when you get there, you're there, but then you're not traveling anymore in a way. Anyway, so I don't know if any of you've noticed it, but when you might hear a piece of music on the radio in the car, and it's just really significant, and it's a mint piece of music, objectively amazing. I mean, it probably wouldn't get on the radio if it wasn't pretty good. So it's objectively amazing anyway, but because you were on that journey, physical journey as well, you have this moment associated, bound with it. So you kind of like, I need to know the name of that track, because when I get to where I'm going, I'm going to download it and put it in my collection, or just at least have it written down somewhere on a list so I can play it again one day. And when you play it again, it just sort of reminds you of being on that journey, and it might become your favourite piece of music, and you might listen to it forever after. How did it get down to this point? About how memorable, how music is discovered. So even if that piece of music was free and someone could get it for free after hearing it on the radio, you've still not made any money from like 1,000 people downloading it or listening to it, but you've now connected with 1,000 people. Which what do you want? Do you want to make money, or do you want to share a connection? I know what I prefer. I mean, once you've shared that many once you've got that many connections with people, then I don't know. I guess money comes your own way. I guess you could make a living out of it. So in some way, I don't know, if you have 1,000 raving fans, that's one of the things. You don't need like 1,000,000 fans. You just need like 1,000 like people who just love you so much that they'll just throw money your way anyway. Whatever you put a t-shirt up, they'll just grab it straight away. That's there was a theory about 100 true fans or 1,000 true fans. Like 100, you could make a living off just having 100 true fans. People who you connect with, people who just love everything you do. Music promotion is really interesting. It's really hard, but I've learned a lot. Your DistroKid, right? So what happened, James, with your track? You got leaked, and then how did it get leaked? Did you like send the track to someone and they were like, oh, I'm gonna put this track up? No, for more than 50 quid. Sold Soldier over on Guernsey. There we go. Yeah. I can't remember the last. I just hear stuff on the radio and I have to Shazam it for later, because it just pulls a heartstring, heartchord. Random, you're saying make your own money because you know how to do that, don't you? Yeah, making your own money. Make your own coin, yeah, and have it as a you know more about this, Random. Have your own coin, right? Why not? It's free, isn't it? It's free to do. Or you need maybe a bit of money, yeah, to balance the thing. I forgot the name of it. But yeah, Random's the one to talk to about this. You have a podcast, don't you, Random? Yeah, I do want to do this. Yeah, you say it's easy. I remember trying to in the early days of Bitcoin. I spoke to Random about this on a podcast, and I think we're going to do another one soon, aren't we? In the early days of Bitcoin, it wasn't long until Litecoin came along, and then it wasn't long until someone had built a website where you can make your own coin. Like you just make your own blockchain. I don't know if it minted the first block, but you still had to run it on a processor. And I was just like, wow, anyone can make a coin now, and they did. Last time I dabbled in crypto was it's like maybe 6 or 7 years ago, and there were so many different coins. I wonder how many there are now. I just think it's like exponential amount. Are you right, James? Yeah. Oops. What's going on with this? I can't scroll up anymore. Who knew? Let's close it. Come back. No? Well, let me scroll. Yeah. Beating Kai tracks. I just want to do something unreleased disco. discography to someone on FB, and we got leaked. Currently in the process of, yeah. Do you know, that's, well, when I send tunes to people, I don't know how good the security is on their computer, and I'm just like, I have to let go of the tune at that point. I'm just like, this could get leaked. I have to accept it. That's why I've not sent anything to anyone yet. As much as I trust them, I will do though when they've properly finished. You know. There's the scroll thing, but I have to let you use it with the mouse. Thanks, Random. I definitely will find. I definitely want to see how to do that, mate. There we go. See, James, you know about it. Would you believe me if I told you it was a top? No way, James. Wow. That could have been me. But not for XRP. I never believed in XRP. I was always like, this is not as good as Bitcoin. And I was, well, it depends what you're into it for, but XRP has always been there, and it's always been steady, hasn't it? So yeah, don't never ever take financial advice off me. I can tell you that. Apart from buy my coin when it's up. Getting leaked was super cool. Yeah. Didn't think anyone would care enough to leak. Nice. Yeah. Crypto, yeah, my dream for crypto was to hold Bitcoin and just sell it. Yeah. And pay rent and make tunes. But what I did was gamble it to try and multiply my Bitcoin. Didn't make any tunes while doing it because I was just fretting and stressing over day trading all night and day, gambling, and then got the gambler's kind of desperation, which obviously is you're gonna lose everything at that point. And I did, and then I borrowed and I lost all that. I borrowed some more, lost all that, and then I had friends and family to pay back lots of money to. Got a job to pay it back. Still kept buying Bitcoin and trying to multiply it. Lost it all again. This went on for a while until I just was like, I know my weakness. I was fully aware. If I buy Bitcoin, I'm gonna find a futures market, send the Bitcoin to the futures market and go, and then start looking at charts thinking I can guess what's going to happen next. What a fool. Fool moves. And you guys seem like you don't have that and don't, are not fools. You're very smart with your holdings. So hats off to you. Well done. I was so excited about Bitcoin. I think the excitement took over as well as that emotion. That emotion when making financial decisions. You wouldn't do it in real life with real money, would you? Unless you're at the racetrack or the bookies. You're like, oh, I really want my team to win, but I don't think they are. I think United might be better. I'm gonna vote against this. I'll tell you what bets I even know it's just big-headed to even say that, but I did guess a few who was going to get elected next in general election. I guess Sir George Bush's second term and Tony Blair's third term, I think. Did he do a third term? I can't remember. Long time ago. The emotion. It is, yeah. Especially when you just want to like pay rent. And you don't want to get a real job, and you just want to like make enough Bitcoin to pay rent every month. It's so, you can't be in that position. You're gonna lose it all. Polymarket, no. You stop caring about anything. Believer, sorry, Believer. Do you remember? Do I remember you? No. No, not based on. I cannot remember. Believer. No. What did you say? Can you remind me, Believer? What? Remind me of who you are. Take bets. All right. What, using crypto? Duck.
One people doing our thing. 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 One people.
Oh, there was something missing there.
One people.
Where does that sound? Oh yeah, the snare. The snare's not turned on. What the fuck? There should be a bloody... Oh no. What is happening here? The snare just decided to stop being... See, there should be a snare playing. Okay, it's there. And on this, and then it switches. The automation has the clues. Okay. So this speaker.
Doing our thing.
Okay. Oh fuck. Which one was it? Was it this one? The rim shot was soloed, and then it turned solo on and off the track, and that made me made it forget which one of these was soloed. But I think don't need to load up. Wasn't that? Might have been that. Oh, I don't know which one. It's probably this one.
Our thing. One people. thing. One people doing our thing. One people doing our thing.
Yeah, I can't even think about betting on politics anymore. I would have lost if I'd voted not for Trump the first time, and I wouldn't have even tried to guess this time. It's fucked. It's all totally fucked over there. I mean, luckily they have a Second Amendment, but that's not good if they've got to use, if they have to use that. Ties for tyrants. It's to get tyrants out of power. Anyway, music production. I'm trying not to think about all this stuff.
One people doing our thing. One people doing our thing.
So one thing I wanted to do was kind of, I think this going honk 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 4/4 in the first bit, it offers a nice contrast. This is the drop of the main drop, the first drop of the tune. So you want it to be the best bit, really. I mean, this is like the attention grabbing sort of last 20 years dance music. Well, maybe not that long, maybe in the last 10 years. I don't know. Maybe it is 15 years, let's compromise. You want your best shit to happen on the drop, because that's the only bit people are going to listen to, right? Before they decide how good the tune is. If the first drop isn't good, they might not listen to any of the rest of it. So balancing that with wanting to keep the first drop simple, so that the second part of the bass, when it comes in, it's like it goes up a level, which I kind of want it to do, but it's not the most important thing. Play the whole tune. I don't know if I can right now. I can play it from here. So here's the
One people
minimalist.
doing our thing.
Simple.
One
And then we
people
get our variations about to come in.
doing our thing. One people doing our thing. One people.
So I like that it does that after, and maybe it doesn't need to do that. It's like drum and bass. It's dubstep. But I make drum and bass usually. Haven't been doing for a bit. But I do take a lot of the energy, like the energy of D&B inspires me a lot. And so my dubstep that I make kind of is not chill. It's not that chill, because it just wants to be like, yeah, like I want a sound system and I want to dance like a maniac kind of energy sometimes going on. So that's why I like this level up, because it just gets a bit more intense.
Doing our thing.
It's just like, oh, the first bit was good, and now this bit is like, got a swing to it. But what I'm thinking is, right, this is why I opened this project tonight, is because maybe if I just had one of those little swing syncopated notes, just one. Which one? Let's go to that. Let's just mute them all. That one. Just that one, that cheeky one.
One people.
So it's that, yeah, it kind of breaks it up, doesn't it?
people.
We'll try it for the second bit as well, because the second bit's another.
Doing our thing. Doing our thing. Doing our thing. Doing our thing.
Oh, didn't even hear that. Oh, it's because it's
One people. Doing our thing. One.
Okay, so now it just goes from like it's a gradual increase, because it's got 1 there and then 2 and then the full amount, and then that's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and this one is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So there's some kind of like gradual increases, you know. I guess they're harder to do, and I'm doing this at a late stage. This tune could be done and I could play it out in a club and I'd be happy enough with it, but there's still a few things I keep hearing that I want to change, and this can't go on forever. So yeah, so these two are like, I just made them a different colour because I've added them a bit more recently than everything else, because they're gonna go. So yeah, okay, then it does this bit. And then it does the same pattern as there, but then
Doing our
goes
thing.
back to the simple version again. This is the minimalist 4/4 bit. So
Doing our thing. One
there's a reason
people.
for this.
Doing our thing. One people. Doing our thing. One.
And it's like a step down, isn't it, in intensity? And I still didn't know what to do about that. I could just put these. I think it conflicted more with this extra sound. Came in.
One people. Doing our thing. One people. Doing our thing.
Just don't know. But we'll try it. It's one of those, it's a long game, because you make a small change like this and I think you need a week at least, and then listen to it in the car or somewhere else, because I've worked on this a lot and I don't want to over listen to it. But there's this new change which just breaks up that. So that's one thing I had to do in this track. I'm just going to save it. The other thing I want to do is add a pad to the bit that says core, as in chorus. This isn't the chorus. It's just a bit too dry at the moment. It's not got enough air in it.
Doing our thing.
I'd chopped up. Here's James. I'm using audio here. This would be way too complex to not do audio. There's bits reversed. As soon as you start reversing stuff that you need, it has to be an audio. But these are just clips of resampled bits of a filter table, which started fed into the filter table from a grain sampler in which I put a sound from some synth bits in, and this is what came out. I don't think this is enough to fill the air. This is like stubby sounds almost, and it's
thing.
just, I mean, thing is though, the why I've always struggled with filling the air is you kind of need to choose a note. You could even just pure noise. It just sounds like noise if you don't know how it sounds like rumble. It's music, and you kind of like need to tune things. I'm talking myself into it right now. So you can have like an airy pad where you still have to like choose the notes. It obviously helps if you know what key the tune is in, and I kind of do just based on what notes: F, G, and A, and G sharp. Wonder what scale that is. It's a mystery. I could try and work it out, or I could just pick one of these notes and see what it sounds like. But obviously, many times up, like a few octaves above. So I'm going to try and tackle this because I need to at least see if doing this improves it, because it had the idea, and it does sound a bit dry, this bit. And it just needs a one, and that's why it's called a pad, I think, as well, because it pads it out. Am I wrong? Light saturation avidity of the group. With all this, with the audio sound design, will help fit. I think it will sound better, but it won't. It fundamentally needs, because I've tried this on another track. I've tried this a million times. Try and mix your way out of this particular problem of lack of air, lack of atmosphere is a big word, because yeah, in dance music, but yeah, the air definitely. And I tried it on a track. I tried adding a pad, a really thin, high up pad, and it tunes a bit which you didn't think should or could be tuned, and you have to decide to tune it that way. But once that sound is there, it kind of sounds fuller, and that's something in my music in general over the years has lacked sometimes, or the tracks I don't finish anyway. Scalar 2. Yeah, Scalar 2 is good. Yeah, that's a good shout. Scalar 2 is pretty cool. But what I'm going to do is actually, because you've still got to decide. You've still got this fucking hell. What time is it? You've still got to decide on the notes that you choose in Scalar to tune the noise to, or whatever sound you're feeding into it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just pick. I'm going to go into duck, which is everything, and I'm going to go to, what's all these wasted tracks here? Oh, that's the intro. Riser. Okay, I'm going to put a MIDI track in here. Make it a different colour. Why not? And I'm going to choose Serum. Serum? To make a pad sound, maybe. And I'm just going to... Oh, wait. Oh, what did I choose? See, this might be where Ableton's own sounds can be kind of useful. So let's try it. Let's try pad. and wasn't in harmonic pattern. No. Textual. Spacious? So there aren't many. There aren't actually that many sounds in Ableton, even though there's whole loads. Cinematic. No. No, see, that's just killed my soft. Yeah. If I don't make my own sounds, I kind of lose a bit of momentum. But let's try this one. Some weird shit going on there. Why does it sound like it's aliasing? High quality. Still does. What? See, this is why I've not learned. Delete that. Whatever it's called. Wavetable in Ableton. Not learned it properly. But Serum? I know Serum. Oops. Apologies, that was very loud. So, make a pad sound in Serum. Not. I mean, just whack a reverb on it, right? Surely that's all you gotta do. Let's use this reverb that we've used already. Oops. Let's choose a triangle. And a saw wave. Let's do. Let's choose a different kind of saw wave from like an old analog. Oops. Basic. I don't know what those are. Do you know? Does anyone know what basic MCB is? Basic MDC. Filtration. Noise as well. Bit of Terra Pastel white noise. Mono though we want. Have we not got mono? White mono, there we go. Why not white stereo? Maybe we'll do that. Trouble with white noise, I need the noise that doesn't have all that low end rumble, because I don't necessarily want that. It's just another thing that I've got to filter out. Filter. filling. We don't need filling. We just EQ it. Synth. Should we put a chorus? I don't usually use choruses, but when I do, it's to make things hyper wide. That just doesn't sound right. Yeah. Doesn't sound any different. Let's get reverb. Another reverb. That's an A. I thought it was a G. Oops. So it's an F, the first note. Sounds unnerving, I guess. I think it helps as well to have that. It's like a suspense note, and then it drops back in.
Doing our thing. thing.
Suddenly, many options, many new options appear. Could do some crazy filter shit, but still have the constant sound. Like if we do my eyes, I need to go. I should go like soon. Notch. Let's notch it up. Multi-notch. Notch, notch. Thank you very much.
Doing our thing. Doing our thing.
Quickest way of making all those legato, I think, is just by pressing legato. Yes. There's a chance to add more melody as well. What about these other sounds that I've already put in the intro? I usually reuse sounds, so I don't know why I didn't reuse that one. Raz UK, thank you for following.
One people doing our thing. One people doing our thing. One people.
Okay, what about the other sounds?
One people doing our thing.
Maybe. It's quite loud.
One people doing our thing. One people.
octave below again as well. See what happens.
One people.
Phaser. Ableton phaser. Oh, Serum phaser. Let's try Serum. And then I'm going bad. My face hurts. Phaser. It's
Doing our thing. Doing our thing. Doing our thing.
This is just a trial. I will be bouncing this and listening to this as well in a few days with fresh ears to see if adding a pad here has actually worked and give me the results I want. Nice and quiet there in the background, but they do add air, don't they? And then there's this sound, which is in the intro. It's got air, it's a stab, kind of, but it's kind of got this air to it as well. I don't think we need it. I think it'll overkill, but it might add an impact at the beginning. Don't want to overdo it. taking a form, using different sounds. Just kind of hit on this now. Just playing around, yeah. Don't want to overdo it. Having fun. It sounds like there's an extra note. Good work as well. Interested. Thank you, Cyber Waste. I've always loved IDM. So to hear it be called that, it's quite nice. Thank you. Because I don't set out to make IDM. I don't set out to make IDM. It's meant to be dubstep, but it's not. No, it's not even meant to be dubstep. It's meant to be dance music at 140. But it's, yeah, they're good. They're my favourites. Boards of Canada as well. Like trying to, because Boards of Canada's a different vibe in it, different speed, but the textures. I've only just added this in, and I think it works, but it might be overdoing it. But even if it does, even if it is, at least it's only for this part here, which is only for like half of the drops. So let's try from here. Cyber Waste music, yes. RD James, pulse width. I can't remember pulse width. Every one of the ones off the album are really good though. Classic. They're all classics, aren't they? I've covered two of them. I've covered Xtal and Helios Fan just recently. I've got them on YouTube. And yeah, they're going down well. Everyone loves a good Aphex cover, right? I might do pulse width. Yeah, I heard that and it shocked. It was like, what the hell? This is good. It's got Aphex in it. So okay, one request there for pulse width. But my favourite, what really got me into Aphex Twin, was like what sealed the deal was Selected Ambient Works 2. That was very hypnotic and I loved it. I still do. Like Radiator, just how weird, how spooky is Radiator? That song called Radiator, because it just kind of like reminds me of childhood. But how? I didn't hear it in my childhood. There's nothing that sounds like it from childhood. It's very strange things going on, and apparently the rumors are our DJ Richard D James made it with it's like a lucid dreaming. So he'd like get into a dream state where he can sort of control his dreams a bit, and then I don't know, would he just like make each tune about a dream and try and like transfer maybe his dreams had sound. I don't think my dreams have sound. I don't know. Or was he trying to like make the feel of the dreams into music? Anyway, there's some very spooky tracks on there and I love them. Yeah, do you know what? I should just eventually, maybe like a couple of years from now, I would have covered every single track on Selected Ambient Works, whatever the years is. I saw one. Yeah, put them in a playlist. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun doing covers. What's this? Cold Cut Timber. Okay, I'm not. This is not a listening live stream, guys. This is not. Just have a quick listen to Cold Cut. I repeat, this is not a listening live stream. Not tonight. I'm just gonna have a quick listen to whatever the hell this is. Wait, is this that really old track where it's got Is it the original version? 4 minutes 31. Natural samples. What is this? Right, I'll try and work out what I'm doing on here. Save it. And just check what the other thing I had to do was. I don't know this one. Okay, yeah, I know it. I thought it might be this track, right? But 12 years. It's obviously older than 12 years ago, this. This is, yeah, 97, yeah. Because it was like. It was all over TV because they'd done something with technology that hadn't been done before and had the video that went with it. Wow. Yeah, this was a moment. This was a proper moment in like music technology in history, wasn't it? It's a funny little tune. And all natural samples, you say. Apart from that. Maybe the kick as well. There's your pad. I've never listened to this in its entirety before. This is going to get liked and it's going to go in my TikTok live suggestions so I can listen to it in the car. It's an 808. 808s are kind of natural now, aren't they? Like analog drum machine. Ho, ho, yo, yo. Right, yeah. I've heard that one thing, yeah. No way. When I ever think of a chainsaw, though, I just think of Chainsaw Calligraphy by 16-bit. That song is a piece of filth, like a historic, filthy tune. Yeah, DJ Shadow. Braving a bit of DJ Shadow. Did you ever see a software called Audio Galaxy? I found before it was banned. Yeah, right. Yes, we're on the same page now. I discovered a lot of new music through Audio Galaxy, and then it got banned because it was like people were just sharing MP3s through our website really easily. So easy. Imagine what world we would live in now if that was. I guess it would be too much power in one website's hand, wouldn't it, for the record labels? Where's our cut? There is no cut. No one's making anything. We need to make money. Yeah, I discovered Aphex Twin through Audio Galaxy, and a lot of I remember seeing a lot of DJ Shadow. I didn't. Oh, and Aphex Twin. I've got this really old folder with like loads of music in it from those days, and they're all like 128 and below kilobits MP3s. Yeah, some mad discoveries. And did you ever watch The Trip on Channel 4 by any chance? That was another music discovery. Not many people know about it. Place to discover music, but it was put to like NASA videos, all the free to use NASA videos. It's a very strange program. Yeah, John Peel, kind of weird, strange kind of stuff. Yeah, yeah. The whole thing's on YouTube now. I think every series of The Trip. You're a metalhead. All right. Okay. No way. Sounds of the Suburbs. I remember that. Like, I used to record John Peel off the radio in the later years. And, well, obviously, yeah, I wasn't there from the beginning. But Sounds of the Suburbs, I can't remember. Or was it, but yeah, that part of the show. Was your Aphex intro, yeah. Yeah, my intro to what's it called? Boards of Canada came a lot later. Like it was someone who I did a gig with. Did my first ever gig. I played alongside someone called Kezikelman, and he made strange music, and he had strange music, and he put a load of MP3s on a CD for me. See, if people weren't going to share them online, they were sharing them on CDs anyway. And it was like 99 tracks, and one of them was 1969 by Buck, and it was like, wow, this is for me. This is synths and beats and weird vocoder stuff. I'm the oldest 33 years oldest younger than me. I'm based in Wrexham now. Used to be in Manchester.
One people doing our thing.
This tune's. I knew it would sound completely different when I put pads on it on this section. I don't want it to be too much though. It's quite a thuddy pad, this one. I think it's actually called Ominous Thud. Where are you based? Have you connected with? Yeah. Yes. Nice. I love. Yeah. You get obviously a lot of UK people on this live stream. You do get some from abroad, which is awesome also. But I mean, London, not many from London I've had on here. From as far as I know, there's probably been loads. Not everyone says. Dublin Castle. Yeah, so there's an open mic night. I might actually be going to it. I've still not been to it yet. Been living here for 3 years. We're putting on an event on the 28th of this month. It's a second year. It's an annual event. Before this, we did like a D&B every month in Wrexham, but it was on a Thursday night and it was really quiet, and it was Wrexham. So that lasted 11 months. Did I say 9? No, it lasted 11 months. And now we're doing a dubstep night. And last year's was vibes. It was a lot of fun. This year, I'm playing again, and in October I started to make everything at 140 because the night is called WOB 40. So that's what I've been doing for 3 months in now, and I've got like 12 tunes that I'm going to play. This would be one of them. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm like, the amount of tunes that I've made for it, it's a lot. Todmorden, yeah, that was nearer to me when I was in Manchester, but it's still kind of near. It's nearer than London to me now, yeah. Nice. Magical community. Deserves to be called that. If it's a good one. Yeah, shout. Gosh, right. I'll add you. I'm John. How am I going to remember this? I won't remember your name unless I do it now. Where's the Facebook? There. I still use Facebook. I have to actually log in now. Cyber waste. Got you. Oh, I think I've. All right, yeah. I've followed your page as well. Yeah. So, what do you make? What type of things do you make? Right. Where was I? Yeah, I don't get to add people on Facebook very often, so it's good. Facebook does one thing really good, and I think that's close contact with friends and family. I think that's really good for that. Whereas, TikTok's amazing at discovery and community and finding your the same weird people as you. X is just like raw. YouTube's tutorials. D&B. No, EBM. EBM? Oh, what's EBM? What's EBM? Without me looking it up. Working on a post-rock album. That sounds great. Oops. I think my camera's frozen. It does this sometimes. It's really annoying. I have to... Oh, there we go. Just like, if it's a bad expression, it's usually the one... If you pause anyone's face at any moment, it's quite likely going to be just like... Just something bad. I did? Is that the wrong... Oh, is it cartoon? It looks like a painting. Bum bum bum. It's... Have you got a Pascal? Is Pascal your friend? Do you know Pascal? Oh, wait, it's not cocked. Punk rock trousers. I can't see... Oh, wait. Cartoon. You don't look like a cartoon. You look like you're in a toilet. Mirror selfie. Yeah. Is that the good one? Right. Other Ashland Nashes are like abroad. But there's this one where it's like a... Oh, it's a water painting. That's a nice painting. Right. What was I doing? Apart from Facebook stalking. Locked. Post rock, yeah, that sounds great. Post rock. I don't know what that is, but it sounds exciting. What parts do you play in post rock? Are you singing?
One people doing our thing. One people doing our thing. One people doing our thing. One people
Bit of everything.
doing our thing. One people.
So, a nice chatting. Whatever your first name was. Sorry. Cyberwaste. I should call you by Cyberwaste because that's a really cool name. It's late at night for me. I have to go as well. You too. Have a good one. Go to chat. You can sort of decipher these autocorrect things. You got the first letter right. Awesome. Yeah. Nice. Farewell from Wrexham. I hope to hear more about this post-rock production.
Doing our thing. Fun people 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 doing our thing.
Well, Gwen, what did you miss? Someone from London came on. Cyber Waste. We had a bit of a chat, and thank you. Thank you very much, AAZ. See what's up. Just got back in from the shed. Shed. Nice. Deleted my message by accident there. That's, I mean, you got a crying face, and how long did it take you to write this message? Like, did it have a conclusion? Like, how big was this message? Oh wait, AZ. Sorry, either way, whoever. Now I'm confused. I'm just gonna laugh at the crying face. Sorry. That's confusing. Yeah, you did. It's weird because AZ, you don't show up in the room, like who's in the room, but I think you don't show up if you don't share who's looking at your profile, which I don't anymore because I had to go off. I was really ill over Christmas and I decided to stop profile who's viewing your profile thing so that I can't see. Oh no, I still wait. No, I don't know how that works. Oh, you were talking on WhatsApp, right? Yeah, some people don't appear, so I don't actually know. Oh, it says I've got 5 viewers, but there's only 3 names in the chat. Happens all the time. Right, there's one more thing. What was it? Let's go into this. The project's called, and then I've got to go. I have to bloody go. My eyes. Boho. Ghost hits. Add mini rapid drum rolls in gaps before snare. Oh yeah, I know it kind of does do that, but ghost hits up to rim shots on quiet bits. So I ignored that. I didn't even read that today. I did it from like memory, what needed doing. Or did I just listen to it? I'm not sure. No, I played it loud in the house today, which I don't usually get to do on the subwoofer, which isn't a full range subwoofer, but it still gives you a sense of, like, it defines the bass more having a subwoofer, doesn't it? So blasted it while everyone was awake, and yeah, that's when I heard what needs doing to it. Completely ignoring the notes I left from the last session, the last listening session I did. Alex Jones, thank you for following.
One people.
So I don't know which bits I was talking about.
One people. Doing our thing. One people.
That was a part of. I did try this a million different ways. Look, now I remember working on this for ages, trying to get this lead up to the snare. You know, you could have that digga digga or digga digga. This whole thing. Yeah.
One people.
That's too much. Or even just that. No, there was no other way. The reverse snare, maybe? Some kind of reverse sound we could try.
People. People. People.
Okay, where is my rolling sampler? We'll just take that. Take that. Take what? This. Do you remember that? Fast show. The fast show, that's going back. That's going back. Okay, that's it. Right. So reverse snare. But where? E. It's controlling. Eh?
Doing our thing.
Snappy. Make it snappy. Snappier. So that's subtle. Subtle. Subtle as well, subtle. And I need to go to bed.
One people. Doing our thing. 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 One people. our thing. One people doing 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 our thing.
Hello? Yeah, there we go. Thanks, James, for the build up. I think it does. I've turned it down now. I've turned down, but it's got 3 new layers, and that was the most fun one to make. So discovering that in this, it started with that. That's all. That's 3 of the notes that the bass is playing. But up like 4 octaves higher or something. And then this was just I thought I'd try it. It's recycled sound from the intro, but like played higher up octave apart notes. There, an F is one of the notes of the bass again, and then another sound from the intro, or one of the mains, that sound. Found this melody hiding in there. Now, I've turned it down because I don't want to distract from or have it too busy, and that's because that's quite rhythmically busy, right? But I think it fits in. I could be wrong. It's all mixed together, it sounds like this. Right, all those pad sounds just kind of go to the back when it's... It definitely takes something away from these sounds, but... And it still would, even if I used Soothe or a sidechain compressor that ducked all the pad sounds. It might help a bit, but it would still, the time frequency space would still sound busy because you wouldn't hear the tail reverb of this. But when it's all together, I'm okay with that. It kind of sound really bad for making things too busy. It's a hard habit to break. But this is been consciously added in. I don't know. Like I say, I'll have to bounce it now. I'm going to bounce it now. Listen to it in like a week or a few days or something when I've kind of forgotten about it and see if it really is. Play it loud as well, see if it hurts my ears in the car, in the high mids especially. Marius for real 420. Thanks for following. Thanks, James. Thanks, Marius. Oh, so can you hear that build up again? I think it played, didn't it? Yeah. Anyway, thanks. I have to go. I'm torturing myself in the future, tomorrow morning, if I don't go now. But I just have to do the what has to be done, which is bounce it into the right folder as an MP3. I used to bounce everything into Flax, and then I was like, Why? When I release it, yes, FLACs and WAVs and MP3s, but when I'm making just like demo versions, they don't need to be FLACs at all. In fact, if it can make it sound good in MP3, it'll sound good in anything, won't it? The granular stuff, yeah. Get on the grains, get on the grains. Make lots of grains, chuckle as many grains as you can. Put just like a in any instrument as a WAV, and then drop that into a grain and make ambient music forever. No, ALAC is the Mac one, but FLAC is the free lossless audio codec, and it's open source. ALAC, I don't know, that's the Apple's own. I think they probably can get what's it called? Copy protection built in or something. I don't know. Licenses. Don't need any of that when you got FLAC, and now modern CDJs support FLACs, which is great. Good for me because like my entire collection is in FLACs. Yeah, but that's good now. I can rock up at a club with not as many tunes as everyone else on USB because mine take up like 5 times as much space than MP3s. It's still worth it. Just knowing that it's CD quality, it just puts my mind at ease. So this is saved. Oh, one last thing I've got to do. It's got to be done, otherwise I'll forget. Magboro 37. What did I change? Updates. So sidechain redone. Align delay added to base group. Should be on a new line really. What else did I do? Oh, added 3 layers. Pad. Well, the second bass. I don't know what to call it. I could call it chorus. You don't really get choruses in dubstep, do you? Unless someone's singing. The second bass pattern. And I did something else as well. Oh yeah. Bonus, reverse, snare, first bass, first sections. Now it's called a section. What else? I think that's it. Yeah, it was fixing the side chains that took a long time. But yeah, that was not a bad 2-hour session, considering there was a lot of talking. Save. Should put ghost hits. These are like suggestions. Mini drum rolls in gaps before the break. Mini rapid. See, it's dead vague, but I didn't do that in the end. I used that means the same thing as that. I used reverse snares. Yep. Problem solved, right? It's now I can set this for a week in the future. Roughly 9th of February. Listen again by then, hopefully. Put it at the bottom. See all these I've got. If I can do 12 tracks by February, that'll be amazing. By the 28th, when Web 40 is on, that'll be great. Right, I hope you all have a fun night, It's Saturday night. It doesn't feel like it. It's because it's Sunday night. Right, take care, everyone. See you soon. Thanks for the coins and stuff. See you on the other side. Whatever that side is. Ba-dum, bum.